find no hope within to call my own. For I am frail of heart, my strength is gone. But deep within my soul is rising up a song, hearing the comfort of the faithful one. I walk a narrow road through valleys deep, in search of higher ground on mountains steep. And though with feet unsure, I will keep pressing on, for I am guided by the faithful one. Faithful, faithful to the end, my true and precious friend. You have been faithful, so faithful, so faithful to me.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our penultimate discussion on dating Catch 22. I have my handsome husband, Roger, here with me. We're a little bit old to be discussing this, but we have a 16-year-old daughter that keeps us on our toes, and we have quite an open relationship with her. So through her, we kind of are in touch with what is happening in the youth culture.
Yeah, and youth culture has changed, has evolved so much over the years, and so the dating scene. I mean, I think of when we started dating, all the hoops that we had to go through and the effort that we had to put in order to be together. Remember the time when we had to walk to payphones just to be able to make a phone call and have that few moments of being together. Today, with the modern age, our young people have access to each other so much easier and so much more. And so it's so much more important for us to talk about dating and the hows and the whens of it.
So today we're going to be talking about fighting the Catch-22, and we're going to be talking about the love bank. And our scripture is taken from Proverbs 21 verses 20, and it says, "Precious treasures remain in the house of the wise, but the fool devours it." Precious treasures remain in the house of the wise, but the fool devours it. God blesses the reading of His word.
Sure. And so from the scripture, we glean that God intends for us to be wise with our investments, that we are a valuable treasure, and that if we don't guard it, if we don't use it wisely, we devour it like the foolish. And so the same with dating.
And I think the problem with dating is a devourer. Dating is the wrong type of dating, is actually destroying our generation. We're so focused on picking up STDs and HIV, and there's so many talks about that, but nobody talks about depression and suicide and low self-worth that we get because dating has gone wrong. And what the scripture is saying is that in you there is a precious treasure, which brings us to today's topic, where we want to discuss the love bank. Now, how would you describe the love bank?
So because we have within us a valuable treasure, we can basically say that we have a bank account within us, which is our love bank in terms of dating. So what I am able to give, what I am able to let others withdraw from me, or what I am investing in others versus what I am withdrawing and what others are investing in me. So unless if I deposit, I will have nothing to be able to share with others. So guard your love bank. Be cautious about who you let in and what you let in. In the same manner as what you deposit, be careful in what you deposit and what you allow others to deposit within you.
So every chat, every texting or talking stage, every person that you are vibing with is an investment. You are investing a part of yourself or withdrawal. So you are investing or you are withdrawing, or they are withdrawing from you
or investing in you.
Now, when I invest into something and it uses up everything, like if you put money into a bank, how would you describe a deficit?
If I have X amount of money that I invest, I expect in a few years' time or in a few months' time that investment would have gained some interest. And so it should be with relationships. If I invest myself in someone or something, that I would expect there to be a payout, interest earned. If not, it's a bad investment. And I end up being bankrupt because I put in more than what I get out. And so if I value myself and who I am and I invest that into another person, then I expect interest on that investment. I expect a person not just to see me as something that they can use, but rather someone that they also wish to invest in.
So if somebody is withdrawing from you and not making an investment, it is a deficit. A deficit means it leaves you in a minus.
Or the loss.
Now, what are some of the deficits in our dating culture? Now, parents, the dating culture has changed as we said previously. Some of the things in the current dating culture is the hookup culture. Hookup culture, we know it used to be known as one night stands, where you would meet somebody at a social gathering and there would be physical interaction between you and the person as if you were in a relationship. The next morning, you don't talk, you don't see each other again, and it's done. Then there's vibing. And for me, vibing is the most dangerous thing in the current dating culture, because vibing is basically where you have the benefits of the relationship. The person has access to you. You do all the things that the relationship does. You do the chatting, good night texts, good morning texts. You physical with each other, sexual with each other, but you do not. There's no labels. So we are something, but we are nothing. You are not my girlfriend, you are not my boyfriend. So if I want to see other people, I have no obligation to be loyal to you.
So vibing actually has much more potential to take from you rather than to invest in.
Because you're investing as if you invest in a relationship, but it's almost like a scam. It's like you are investing in a scam, some pyramid scheme that's going to leave you high and dry. So this is what's happening. And parents, you have to know that if your children are dating, our teenagers are dating, whether you know it or not. And if you are strict with them, they're just going to do it undercover. And they will tell you, I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have a girlfriend, but the truth is that they have a full-blown of vibes. Yes, full-blown relationships with people that they can sincerely say, I don't have a relationship, but I do all the things that we do in a relationship.
So how do I then guard my love bank?
Look, we have to understand the dating cycle.
Okay.
There's the talking stage, there's the permission stage, and then there's the relationship stage, and that's where we'll talk about the boundaries. The talking stage is where I'm getting to know whether you are an investment that I am willing to make. When you go to the bank for a loan, you first have to go there, you have to bring all your documents, they have to do all the investigations to see whether you qualify for a loan. In the same way, the talking stage is I am trying to see whether you qualify for my time, because my time is my investment. Talking stages shouldn't be more than a month, really. It's too long if it's over a month.
Please, girls,
And
don't
boys.
let this guy Don't
Or girl.
let this guy take you on a ride. Set your boundary. Know what you're looking for and what you're willing to give and what you want. So when you're talking, that you can speak specifically. Please, when we say talk, we're not saying interview. Please don't
Or interrogate.
don't interrogate the poor guy or the poor girl. But understand that we are getting to know whether or not I am willing to put my value in your hands, and whether I am prepared to take what is valuable from you and help it grow within me. So talk honestly, but talk realistically, before we can get to a stage where we say, okay, I am ready to make an investment. And that's where we get to the permission stage.
The permission stage, I know it's old-fashioned, I know you people don't want to hear this, but you need to be asked, you need to know.
Yeah.
We need to have this verbal agreement. I mean, even in law, there's agreements and verbal agreements. So there should be a verbal agreement that we are together, we are exclusive. I'm asking and you are, confirming that we are in the relationship. If there isn't that, then this is going to land you in a deficit.
Yeah.
And it should be a timeline, that you should have a timeline. This is my talking stage, it's 1 month, and if in the next month or two I'm not asked to to be steady in this relationship, then I know that I need to exit this talking stage.
Exactly. So put some security guards up. Protect your investment. Have some red flags. If a guy at this time or girl at this time haven't started being serious or looks like they want to be exclusive with me, security guard, they don't have permission to be here.
And that's why it's important to set boundaries.
Yeah.
You need to have boundaries. We cannot be teen dating without boundaries. You know what's my biggest problem with teen dating? It's this concept of wifey and hubby.
My word.
It's where we want to act, you 16 years and 17 years and 18 and 19, and you want to act like a mini married couple.
And it doesn't work.
But it's like a performance. It's just a show that you put on, like, oh, my wifey, my husband, and you want this benefits of a marriage relationship, but you're not married.
You first of all haven't asked permission, and secondly, you are overstepping boundaries that you should not be overstepping.
So you should have your boundaries. The person should know in the beginning, is sex on the table? Girls, if sex is not on the table, you need to tell a guy in the beginning talking stages, listen, sex is not on the table.
Yeah.
So if that's something that you're interested in, then I'm going to exit this conversation. And what other boundaries should there be?
Well, before we go there, just the honesty in the talking about and realizing, and Christian young people need to hear this. If you're truly Christian, then the people that you speak to need to understand that I have Christian values, and so talk about your faith, talk about expectations and what your faith expect of you, and so be cautious in that when we're talking about boundaries. This is who I am. This is how far I'm prepared to go.
So, to conclude, we want to say to you, what you have is valuable. Your love is valuable. Your time is valuable. Your affection is valuable. And the scripture says it very nicely. Do not throw your pearls to the swines. Now, we're not saying nobody is a swine, but this dating culture, this relationship, this vibing, this hookup, this moving from one person to the next, it is devaluing what you have. It is almost like you are taking your treasure and you are throwing it to swines. Swines do not value treasure, but God values the treasure that is inside of you. He placed the treasure that is inside of you. And so you need to start protecting what you allow into your space, and you need to start protecting who has access to you.
So I guess what I want to get across today is, let's be wise and not foolish in dating. The wise person protects his treasure. The foolish person devours treasure. So whether you are being dated or whether you are the one dating, remember, let's be wise in the way we approach things.
So I had a conversation, just to conclude, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and he's a young man, and he said to me, he's so in love with himself. He's so in love with himself. He's so busy investing in himself that he doesn't want to allow just anybody to have access to him because he values himself. And I think that's what it should be at, that we need to start investing in ourselves. And what better way to invest in ourselves than focusing on you and focusing on your relationship with God, because that investment is just going to build the treasure that is already inside of you.
In the words of the psalmist, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So what I have to offer is beautiful, and therefore I need to protect that and guard against it. Good luck dating. Enjoy it, it's fun.
I see your wounded hands, I touch your side. With thorns upon your brow, you bled and died. But though with feet unsure, I still keep pressing on, 'cause I am guided by the faithful one. Faithful to the end, my true and precious friend. You have been so faithful to me. Thank you.